Hello, hello, my friends! My name is Python, and welcome back, finally, to Python's World. Glad to have you back. So I've been sat up on my AFK platform for a little bit of time. Let's go check on the rabble down below. Oh my goodness me. Yeah! Oh, this is awesome. And look who decided to greet us as soon as I brought the series back. Hello there, buddy. What you got for me? Ooh, new dye textures. Yeah. And you might have noticed, if you're super eagle-eyed, there was a copper armored zombie. In fact, there's another one right there, or possibly a copper armored skeleton. I'm not entirely sure. We have upgraded to the snapshots. We are now on 25W33A, and you might notice that my F3 debug screen here is very, very different compared to what has been the norm for the last multitudes of years. Basically, one of the lesser known features is if you press F3 and F5 together, let's get rid of the F3 screen, you can actually go ahead and you can toggle on and off certain parts of the F3 screen. So in my case, I've gone ahead and I've kept all of the most important information like light levels, entity count, my coordinates, my position within a chunk, all that kind of stuff. Everything else is just kind of forfeit for me. I'm not really someone who is like a massive debugger. My gosh! It is thundering. Dude, that pig almost got turned into bacon. But yes, 25W33A, that's what we're going to be spending the majority of this episode checking out for the very first time. And hey, check this out. We've actually got ourselves a bit of copper armor. In terms of this traveling merchant, unfortunately, I don't really have a use for any of this. I can quite easily get all of it myself. So, yeah, sorry, Invisible Merchant, but I'm not going to be giving you any sales today, bud. What I will do, though, is say a massive, massive, massive thank you for all of your lovely support, kind words, and especially your patience as of late. It's been about a month and a half since the last episode of this series, and while I'm not proud of that, not at all, in fact, it was a break that was very, very much needed. So, yeah, the fact of the matter, though, is this. I'm back, and I'm ready to get things going here in Python's World once again. So, let's get rid of this gosh-forsaken thunder, huh? Before we get on with anything in today's episode, I just want to give a shameless plug to the Crack SMP series I have recently joined and began. Oh my goodness, am I having a lot of fun over there. There's other fellow Minecrafters like DallasMed65. I mean, a lot of you guys will know who DallasMed65 is. He's a good friend of mine, and we're both on an SMP now. It's fan-freaking-tastic. It's such a fun time over there, and honestly, I can't recommend enough that you give that series a try. Needless to say, that series will be running in tandem with this one. I think what I'm going to do is maybe like alternate uploads. I am intending on doing Mindcrack Monday streams every Monday, and then 3 videos. The videos will be alternating between Mindcrack and Python's World. Obviously, that is subject to change depending on my feelings and how things are going. But yeah, that's sort of my loose plans for now. Without further ado, though, my friends, you're here probably to check out all of the new copper stuffs alongside me if you haven't seen them already. So let's get ourselves up into our valuables area. How many bits of copper do we have already? A pretty okay amount, actually. So the first thing you're going to notice is these bad boys. We now have copper nuggets, rather similar to golden and iron nuggets, and these bad boys are used in the creation of many, many things. Let's pop into here, and in fact, you can see some of the, the new recipe toasts popping up, but check this out. This is what we've got going on now. We've, of course, got the old classic lightning rod. The copper trapdoor has been made slightly cheaper to create, but you only get one of them. We've also got, check this out, copper chains, and yes, they do oxidize as well, so there's multitudes of different variants of these now. We've also got copper bars, and you saw it earlier, copper armor. If my reading is anything to go by, copper tools are something else you can create, and the durability and effectiveness of them is basically like in the middle of stone and iron. So let's go ahead and put that to the test, shall we? We've got ourselves an iron pickaxe. Then we've got a lovely stone pickaxe right here. And here we are with a copper pickaxe. I never thought I would actually see this. There's loads of mods out there that like add copper pickaxes and emerald pickaxes and stuff like that, but never did I imagine I would see them in vanilla Minecraft. So yeah, this is pretty cool. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of F3 and H to bring up the tooltips. And because these haven't been used yet, they don't have their durability showing. So I'm going to need a little bit of stone. So let's test this thing out, my friends. Let's mine this up and let's see what kind of durability we have. 131 with stone. With copper, we have 190, which is pretty good. And then, of course, with the iron pickaxe, we have 250. So, yeah, pretty much slap bang in the middle of the stone pickaxe and iron pickaxe durabilities. My next test is what kind of ores can the copper pickaxe mine up? Is it the same as stone pickaxes in that they go no further than iron and lapis? Or can we mine up some other things as well? So starting off with coal, I mean, of course, we'll be able to mine that. We've got iron, presumably. I will be able to mine this up and get what I need from that. Yes, we can. And, of course, we've got lapis as well. Should be able to be mined, and there we go. Oh, and let's not forget about copper. It would be kind of silly if you couldn't mine copper with copper tools, right? So, yeah, there we are. Very, very good. And now we start getting into the interesting things. Can I mine up this redstone? Judging by how slowly it's being mined? Yeah, I didn't think so. And now, I mean, I'm going to presume that I can't mine this. Yeah, I didn't think so. So, yeah, in terms of effectiveness against ores, the copper pickaxe is much the same as a stone pickaxe. It's just a stone pickaxe with more durability, which, you know, I don't mind that. That's kind of cool. Alrighty, my friends, nighttime is upon us, and that is going to give us the opportunity to test out the durabilities and toughness of the new copper armor sets. For comparison's sake, we've got ourselves a full set of golden armor. I've also got myself a full set of iron armor. And I thought it'd also be a cool idea to test out these weapons here. We've got the stone sword and the copper sword both coming in with the exact same attack damage. But in terms of durability, presumably, once again, the copper weaponry has more durability. So let's kick things off with the golden armor. I need to purposely get hit, and there we are. And let's also go ahead and test out the durability of our new weaponry. There we go. Get ruined there, spider. Oh my goodness me, there's a lot of dudes after me right now. Oh, hey there, copper zombie. How you doing? Now we're going to chuck on the iron armor. And once again, I need to get purposely hit. Let's go for this dude right here. There we are. And finally, let's get the copper armor on. Oh, wow. That actually meshes with my Minecraft skin really well. Orange against red. I like it. It looks really good, doesn't it? Here we are, taking a hit from a skeleton shooting an arrow at me. So back to base real quick to get rid of this night. And there we are. A new day is upon us. Let's start checking out some durability values, eh? 77 with a golden helmet, 165 with iron. Presumably copper is either the same as gold or maybe slightly less. 120. It's actually in between. Ah. Okay, so this is more effective than leather and more effective than gold, but slightly less effective than iron. Very, very interesting. Here we are with the stone sword, 131 durability, same with all the other stone tools. And then once again, copper sword. Yeah. Same durability as all the other copper tools. So yeah, copper really isn't too bad of an early game set of gear and weaponry to have. In fact, it's pretty good, I would suggest. I mean, copper is very much more plentiful than iron. right? I mean, unfortunately, at my point in this series, copper gear and armor is going to get a very limited look in, if at all, outside of today's episode, checking it out for the first time. But yeah, I mean, I've got my diamond armor here. I mean, I don't even have netherite armor yet. I should probably start getting on top of that soon, eh? Now what we're going to do is check out the new copper decorative bits and bobs. I thought I saw a different sort of torch pop up on the new recipes unlock pop-up earlier. Copper torches. Very, very interesting. So you make it in much the same way as normal torches, but you add a copper nugget into the mix. So let's place them down, see how they're looking. Ooh, green. Dude, that actually looks so cool. Alright, we have more lighting options, my friends. We've got box standard torches with their nice warm yellowy orange tinge. We've got ourselves the copper torches with some lovely green, lime green lighting. And then, of course, let's not forget about the fact we've also got soul lighting, and that produces a very nice bright blue color. And then, of course, I guess, strictly speaking, you could chuck redstone torches into the mix there. They don't really provide a great deal of light, but in terms of providing a nice vibe, yeah, look at this. We've got all 4 major colors of torch now in this game. Oh, I'm getting so many ideas in my head right now. I'm loving this. Yellow, green, red, blue. I never ever thought about the possibility of having green copper torches in this game, but now that they're here, I can't imagine this game without them. It's such a good addition. Wait a minute. If my wiki reading is anything to go by, there should be... Oh, there it is. Copper lanterns. Bro, that looks amazing. So, yeah, turns out these oxidize as well. You can wax them so they no longer oxidize. But, yeah, leave these long enough and they'll become a nice sort of turquoisey color. Turquoise alongside this green here? Oh, wow. Is that going to produce a cool looking lantern? We have ourselves the copper bars right here, looking very, very nice. Once again, these do oxidize over time. And then, of course, we've got ourselves copper chains, which again oxidize over time. They look awesome. These would work so well in like a steampunky medieval type industrial revolution build. So now it's time to move on to the really fun stuff. First of all, we have the ability to make ourselves a copper chest. For whatever reason, it's not popped up as a new recipe being unlocked, but here we are. You can indeed make yourself a copper chest. I am going to plop this right here, just for now. And there we are, just a box standard chest, 27 slots. And now what we need to do for the other half of this fun part, we need a copper block. Then we need ourselves, presumably, a carved pumpkin. And then we should be able to get ourselves the new copper golem. So, here we go. Do a little bit of that. Oh my goodness. Wait, what? Oh, it produces a copper chest. Interesting. So, presumably, this guy won't do anything to the chest below. The chest that forms from the copper golem being spawned in, presumably, is the only chest it will attach to. So, should we go ahead and give this a little bit of a go? So let's just go ahead and spew a bunch of these ingots all over the place, and let's just see what happens. Are you going to, like, do anything? Ah, okay, so I just got rid of the 2 chests, placed one back down, and now he seems to, like, look inside that chest. So me right-clicking on this guy doesn't seem to do anything. What if I was to now chuck a bunch of items on the floor? Maybe this guy will start picking them up and putting them in the chest? Question mark? Seems to keep going into the chest, but he's not, like, putting things in the chest. Although, with that said, is that not the purpose of an allay instead? My knowledge of allays is, like, near non-existent. I've never really worked with them outside of checking them out for the very first time. Alright, so what if I was to put the copper ingots in the chest there? And... oh! Wait! What? Oh! What you doing? Do you know what? I think I've just figured it out. These guys were added to the game to make sorting your inventory a lot easier, right? So presumably what this guy is doing, he's currently holding the copper ingots, which I think were left in here. Oh, he's got like a stack of 16. There were 60 ingots in here. But basically what he's doing, you can see he's looking in that chest right there. He's trying to look for a container that also contains the copper ingots, which unfortunately none of them down on this ground level do. Oh, interesting. So when you right-click... Oh, good grief! When you right-click the copper golem, when he's, like, holding stuff, he will give those things to you. Does it need to be with an open hand? Oh, yeah. So, what if I was to give this guy some cobblestone? We put the cobblestone right in there. He should pick some of it out. Yep, there we are. And now... he's trying to look for containers that also have cobblestone. I guess the question is just how far away from the copper chest will this guy go to try and sort out an inventory? I have no idea, but yeah, over there is where he needs to go if he wants to really help me out. All right, let's try something different. We've got ourselves a couple of Gusta pottery shards here. If I was to give this guy the pottery shards, presumably what will happen is he will stack them up in this chest down here, or this barrel, more to the point. I hope they can access barrels. No? Can you not access barrels? Is that not something you can do? Let's try something a little bit more basic then. We've got ourselves some poppies here, and if my theory is correct, this guy should grab the poppies out of here and then put them in this chest over here. Let's see what happens. Well, one thing that's for certain, these guys don't seem to have, like, a detection system. If he had a detection system, he'd have been able to detect that this container over here contained flowers, and therefore he would have been able to just, you know, roam straight over here and put the poppies in here. But, doesn't seem to be the case. This guy seems to be going for the same chests over and over, instead of going over there like he did a little bit earlier. I think there's definitely some learning to be done here, folks. And perhaps maybe some behavioral changes might be needed. But hey, everything starts somewhere, right, my friends? So yeah, maybe over time these guys will be perfected a little bit more. For now, though, they're kind of cool. I won't lie, they are pretty cool. They're kind of cute as well, actually. But yeah, there's definitely some improvements that I think need to be made to these folks. So then, with a bunch of new features checked out, I think what we're going to do is actually end this episode here. I realise this one's been a little bit on the shorter side, but I wanted to end things off by saying some big ol' thank yous. First of all, to the people who have donated since the last episode. There's been 4. We've got Bad GXR2 with the 2 Australian dollars and 99 cents. Appreciate that, Bad GXR. Thank you very much for that. We've got Jasper Geo with the 2 buckaroos. Thank you very much for that, Jasper. Red Panda Gaming with the £10. And Willie E. Coyote with the €10. Thank you so much for all of that support. I really do appreciate it. And for today, because this is like a return episode, we've not got 1, but actually 2 comments of the day. We've got Nathan Gordon kicking things off, saying, with your eventual iron farm, you could use the crafter to auto-condense iron into iron blocks. I hope you don't mind the fact that I paraphrased that comment, but yeah, really do appreciate the reminder. I always forget that the crafter is in this game. I always feel like my knowledge of the recent Minecraft updates is like appalling. I really need to get on with learning the new ways of doing things in this game and the new blocks and items and mobs and all that kind of stuff. I feel like my knowledge is very old at this point. But yeah, Auto Crafter. I will actually be working with this in the next episode only. There's something else I want to make before an iron farm, and that is an auto sugarcane farm. We do have Elytra on this world, and I always feel like I've got a limited supply of firework rockets. So yeah, the auto sugar cane / paper farm is kind of the final piece of the puzzle, isn't it? We've already got a decent source of gunpowder with our hostile mob drop trap farm. The other comment of the day comes from Robin Tails Fighter, who says, for the AFK farm, keep in mind baby zombies can escape. Wait, really? Did I not put down some trap doors at this thing? I'm pretty sure I did, unless I didn't. No, we should be fine. Oh! You're on about when it's in AFK mode like this. Yes! You are quite right. Uh-huh. Okay, well, okay, what I need to do is go get myself some trapdoors. So here we go. Trapdoor number 1, trapdoor number 2, and of course we need to do the same over the other side. I have one slight concern though. If this goes back to this mode, you know, me actually manually slapping these guys around, will the XP orbs even be able to reach me now? I don't know. Let me AFK for just a moment or two and let's find out. Alright, bunch of dudes in here, including a chicken for some reason. Boom. Okay, yeah, the XP orbs can indeed still get to me. Nice. Alright, so there we are. That is the solution. Wait, I just heard a baby zombie. Darn it, we could have just tested our trapdoor thingy. Ah, there we are. We got ourselves a baby zombie. So now, if you've done everything correct, when I flip this, the baby zombie should not be able to get out. Yeah! You're trapped in there now, you son of a gun. Brilliant. Test complete. All is safe. Thank you very much for turning my attention to that. I really do appreciate it. So on that note, it is time to wrap up today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. Really hope you've enjoyed this nice chill episode where we've just explored a whole bunch of new features. It's definitely one of my more favorite types of episodes to make. But yeah, if you've enjoyed today's episode, be sure to drop a like. I'd very much appreciate it. Consider subscribing if you don't want to miss out on my future content. And again, go ahead and check out the Mind Crack series as well if you want something else to watch. For now, though, have a great rest of your day. Thanks for all of your support and all of your patience. I really, really do appreciate it. It really does mean the world to me, my friends. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you folks in the next one. Bye-bye!